The Undertaker declares top star's shocking loss as the greatest decision in WWE history. The Undertaker has revealed his pick for the greatest booking decision in WWE history. The Phenom mentioned that Cody Rhodes losing to Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 39 might be the wisest choice the promotion has ever made. Though the American Nightmare finished his story at WrestleMania 40 by dethroning Reigns for the undisputed WWE Championship, many fans expected it to happen a year earlier at Mania 39. However, WWE chose to extend the story by having Cody Rhodes chase the gold for another year, making the eventual moment of winning in front of the Philly crowd even more worthwhile. On a recent episode of his 6 Feet Under podcast, The Undertaker shared his thoughts on Reigns retaining his title at WrestleMania 39. He explained that the original Tribal Chief was at the top of his game at the time and that it made little sense to take the title off him. The Deadman then mentioned that the controversial booking decision might be the greatest one WWE has ever made. Elsewhere on the same podcast, The Undertaker spoke about Omo's unexplained absence from WWE. The Hall of Famer believes the Nigerian giant could be reintroduced as Dominic Mysterio's bodyguard on TV, which could further elevate the latter as one of the most despicable heels in all of wrestling. Omos was last seen in WWE on SmackDown's Go Home show to WrestleMania 40, where he lost in the Under the Giant Battle Royal. The WWE has had its fair share of surprises over the years, but few moments in wrestling history have the kind of lasting impact that a shocking loss by a top star can have. Fans love the thrill of an upset, and some of WWE's most memorable moments come from decisions that seemed risky at the time, but ultimately shaped the industry. Recently, wrestling legend The Undertaker declared that one particular loss, a controversial decision for many fans, was actually the greatest decision in WWE history. Coming from The Undertaker, whose storied career has given him insight into wrestling like few others, this endorsement speaks volumes. But what match could possibly be so groundbreaking, so pivotal, that the Deadman himself would call it the best choice WWE has ever made? Let's dive into the context of this historic moment and why The Undertaker might just be right. For decades, WWE has used shocking defeats to upend the status quo and keep fans guessing. A well-timed loss can shift the entire landscape of WWE, marking the end of one era and the beginning of another. Think of Hulk Hogan's first loss to the Ultimate Warrior, or Brock Lesnar's shocking victory over The Undertaker himself at WrestleMania 30, ending the Deadman's legendary streak. These losses aren't just setbacks for the defeated wrestlers, they're carefully crafted moments designed to tell a larger story. They capture fan attention, ignite conversations, and, most importantly, serve as jumping-off points for new and exciting directions in WWE storytelling. However, The Undertaker has called attention to a specific match, not one of his own but one that he claims was a pivotal turning point for the company. For him, this was a match that redefined WWE's narrative structure, challenged expectations, and ultimately changed the direction of wrestling. The match he's referring to: the loss of John Cena to a debuting Kevin Owens at Elimination Chamber in 2015. In 2015, John Cena was already an established WWE icon and one of the most polarizing figures in wrestling. Fans either loved him or loved to boo him, but he undeniably held a position of dominance. At the time, Cena was involved in the United States Championship Open Challenge, a storyline that saw him defending his title against up-and-coming talent every week. This format was exciting, as it gave newer stars a chance to showcase their skills against one of WWE's top names. It was during one of these challenges that Kevin Owens, a dominant force in NXT, made his WWE main roster debut. Owens was unlike anyone Cena had faced. His unapologetic, brutal wrestling style, combined with his fierce independence, created an electric contrast with Cena's more traditional WWE image. In the lead-up to the match, Owens was introduced as a menacing NXT champion, a force to be reckoned with. His arrival sparked excitement, and fans were eager to see whether WWE would allow a newcomer to truly challenge Cena. To everyone's surprise, not only did Owens put on an impressive performance, but he also defeated Cena cleanly in the middle of the ring. In one night, Owens had done what few wrestlers ever accomplish. He made an immediate impact, claiming victory over WWE's biggest star and instantly establishing himself as a major player. The Undertaker's endorsement of this moment comes from a place of deep understanding of wrestling psychology. A win for Owens represented a seismic shift in WWE's philosophy, one that allowed new stars to thrive by legitimizing their talent right from the beginning. For years, many WWE legends had come up through slower and more methodical routes, often working their way through various storylines and gimmicks before facing main event stars. By allowing Owens to take on Cena and win, WWE demonstrated a willingness to break that mold, fast-tracking a talent based on his wrestling ability and charisma alone. In The Undertaker's view, Owens' victory over Cena was WWE's acknowledgement of a new era. As he sees it, wrestling is about more than just matches and titles, it's about storytelling and legacy. Allowing Owens to secure a clean victory against Cena signaled to the audience that WWE was open to building fresh talent in bold ways. It also showed that WWE recognized the evolving tastes of wrestling fans, who increasingly wanted to see new matchups and competitive fights rather than predictable outcomes. Looking back, Owens' victory over Cena marked a shift not only for him, but for WWE's overall approach to debuting talent. His win set the tone for future NXT call-ups and newcomers, opening the door for wrestlers like Finn Balor, Shinsuke Nakamura, and even more recently, Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest. These stars would be allowed to thrive on the main roster without lengthy initiation periods, giving fans fresh rivalries and new main event scenes. From a business perspective, The Undertaker's endorsement of this decision also speaks to how WWE has remained competitive by constantly reinventing itself. Unlike other wrestling promotions, WWE has consistently found ways to evolve, and Owens' win was an example of the company's willingness to shake up its formula to stay relevant. With Owens' immediate success, WWE began to experiment more with crossover stories between NXT and the main roster, creating an interconnected universe that allowed for dynamic storytelling and unexpected matchups. John Cena's loss to Owens also subtly shifted Cena's legacy, portraying him as more than just an unbeatable hero. It allowed Cena to transition into a mentor figure, someone who could lose but still carry on as an iconic face of the company. Rather than weakening Cena, the loss helped to deepen his character, showing a willingness to put over other wrestlers, thus cementing his role as a legend rather than just a perpetual champion. The Undertaker himself has expressed admiration for wrestlers who embrace this role. He once noted that part of a wrestler's legacy is helping the next generation shine. In Cena's case, his loss to Owens added complexity to his career, and it showed a respect for the future of WWE, reinforcing that no one is bigger than the company itself. What makes The Undertaker's opinion on this moment so powerful is his own experience with losing and with elevating others. As someone who saw his own streak end at WrestleMania 30 in a shocking loss to Brock Lesnar, he understands the emotional weight and narrative significance that a carefully planned loss can carry. His endorsement of Owens' victory over Cena goes beyond the result of the match itself. He sees it as WWE's commitment to building a sustainable future, one where fresh talent could genuinely contend with established stars. In wrestling, the biggest moments are those that resonate with the audience, that feel organic and leave a lasting impression. By letting Owens defeat Cena, WWE created one of these moments, a story that resonated with fans and set the stage for years of compelling storytelling. The Undertaker, with his understanding of the art form and the business, sees Owens' victory not just as an unexpected outcome, but as WWE's acknowledgement that no wrestler is untouchable and that sometimes the best decisions are the ones that go against the grain. The Undertaker's declaration that Kevin Owens' victory over John Cena was the greatest decision in WWE history is more than just a reflection on one match. It's an acknowledgement of WWE's evolution as a storytelling powerhouse. By giving Owens the spotlight, WWE took a risk that paid off, challenging conventions and setting a precedent for future stars to shine. It's a reminder of the importance of calculated risks in wrestling and why, in a business built on drama and surprise, sometimes the most shocking loss is the greatest decision of all.